Let's get to it. So Frank Martin finally broke his silence. He was on an interview on Queens of the Ring. And they interviewed him, and they was basically asking him about the whole situation with him and Shakur Stevenson.
It done got hot in here for some reason.
He told exactly what was happening. He told why he turned it down. He told what it was. Now, like I said on one of my on one of the videos that I did before, I said that he most likely saw the contract after it was already agreed, and he realized, oh, hold up now, if you getting that much, then throw me a little something here. You know what I'm saying? Throw me something right here, bro. Like you getting that much? I know what I'm saying. Ain't no point in, you know what I'm saying, just y'all just eating, because it ain't like you a top dog.
Absolutely not.
It ain't like you got any belts.
Hell no.
You ain't done it at 135. And guess what? Frank Martin is right. Like I said before, Shakur Stevenson ain't did nothing at 135. Even if Frank Martin had asked for 50-50, I think that it should have been 50-50.
Say another motherfucking word and this shit is over.
Shakur Stevenson ain't done nothing at 135. I don't care about him having belts at 126. I don't care about him having belts at 130. He ain't did nothing at 135. We at 135 right now. And he ain't did nothing. So even if Frank Martin would have asked for 50-50, even that would have been okay.
To this day.
But Frank Martin said that he didn't even ask for 50-50. You know what I'm saying? And they couldn't even make that happen. And we trying to call Frank Martin a duck? No, bro. You didn't even take 25% from Devin Haney for Undisputed. This is Undisputed. And Shakur Stevenson couldn't even take 25%. And they got the nerve, the audacity to try to talk about Frank Martin for wanting a little bit more than a meal. For wanting a little bit more than a meal. Come on, bruh. Like I said on my last video about Shakur Stevenson, the hypocrisy is real. He also spoke on the fact with him and Derrick James. Him and Derrick James, they are not separating. I know I did a video on it, but these are the rumors that was being reported. He's saying that they are staying together. He don't even know where that rumor even came from.
He's lying for sure.
It's also being said that he didn't know about the money until after the agreement. So that's why there was a change of heart. And I don't blame him, especially if you see how much money is going to be made in a fight of this magnitude. Man, shout out to the Queens of the Ring. And without further ado, I'm going to give you guys the interview right here. And if you want the full interview, I have a link in the description. What I'm about to give you is just the highlights of the interview. Check it out, and I'll leave you guys with that.
Has there been any change in your training camp? Has there been any change in who you're training with and anything like that?
Same team.
Same team.
Derrick James, man down, same team. Ain't nothing changed.
Ain't nothing changed.
I don't even know where that came from.
Wow. Okay. Next question. Was this fight actually ever a real thing? Because you said earlier that your team has been solid. It's been the same this whole time. Was this fight ever actually in consideration?
For sure.
Okay. So it was in consideration.
Yeah, it was a real thing.
Okay. So what happened that we did not get a chance to witness this fight? Give us your version. Give us what you know to be true about why this fight fell through.
So, but on my end, verbally, I agreed, got a call, asked me what I thought about the fight, it's for the WBC and all that. Mm-hmm. I agreed to it, I'm like, it's a green light, you know what I mean? So after that, me agreeing to it, I ain't never know what the money was. I ain't know none of that,
Good.
So what happened was, once everything came about, I figured out what that money was, and I wasn't cool with it. You know what I mean? I wanted more. So that's why the fight didn't fall through, because it was everything. I agreed to everything. You know what I mean? As far as the stipulations, everything. From it being on ESPN to the where it was gonna be at. Like they were saying, it could have been in Vegas or it could have been where dude from. I agreed to everything. The only thing I didn't agree with was that money.
Okay, so when they first came out with the news that there was an agreement between both camps, at that point, the money had not been discussed. It was just the intangibles, the place, the venue, the weight, that kind of thing. there hadn't been any monetary discussions. So the fight was agreed upon that you were going to fight Shakur, but you guys had not sat down and done any numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, so when they sent you the contract, that is when you looked and said, hey, this don't make no sense to me. Okay, so it's the money. Now, people are going to take
money
it.
for sure, because look,
Okay.
and that's another thing that's been killing me. People like, just take the money. They like, just take the money. This your first time getting paid $1 million and this and that. That $1 million ain't no fucking $1 million. Once you take out taxes, once you taking out them trainer fees and them fees you gotta pay. But people, the fans want to see the fight. You know what I mean? They want to see the fight, but they ain't understanding that a fight this big, a motherfucker gotta get paid. Can't one side just eat. You know, I don't give a fuck what a nigga accomplished. Ain't one side just about to eat way more than the other. Shit, I didn't put in work too. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, what I was asking for, it wasn't nothing that was outrageous that a motherfucker could have said, oh, I outpriced myself, or none of that. Like what he was getting paid and what I asked for was reasonable. You know what I mean? So I just feel like the whole thing is like they could have just gave me what I asked for. You know what I mean? And it wasn't even nothing crazy. And then the fight could have happened. It was that simple. The fight could have happened. It's all about the money.
So him going around telling people that you were asking for 50-50 is a lie.
Man, that's cap. And if he was getting paid what he was getting, if he was getting paid what he say he was getting paid, you know, Devin Haney offered him, from my understanding, they offered him like $8 million, right, to fight for Undisputed. And then you got me. Then you got our fight. We fighting for a vacant title. You know, it's WBC. It's big. You know what I mean? But a vacant title, and then everything in his favor. You know what I mean? All I asked for was an extra little you know, and they couldn't give me that. You know, but if he what he told me he was getting paid, if he was getting paid that, he capping about a whole lot. He capping about the money with Devin, what he said he was getting paid, and all that. You know what I mean? That's cap. If he was only getting $3 million, you know, and I was getting an M, that's what he said he was getting. You know what I mean? That's cap. You feel me? Because if Devin Haney offered you $8 million, you talking with? Didn't he say he got paid? He didn't got paid way more than that. Come on, we ain't gonna cap. I'm tired of niggas capping, for real.
How do you feel about how Shakur responded to you? It started on Twitter, then he did the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, and he had some things to say. Like, how do you feel? Like, what do you have to say about the things that he had to say about you?
It's some bitch ass shit, you know, it's some hoe shit. Like, we grown men, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like we could have easily made everything happen, but like the shit he talking, you make the shit personal, you know, calling another man a bitch and this and that. Like, I ain't even cut like that, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna go on wax and fuck my brand up, cause I'm out here, you know, talking crazy and this and that, you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro, we men, bro. And then you got two of us, you got two brothers, right? And niggas bashing each other. Come on, bro, you ain't even bashing them other folks like that. You feel me? You know, we love to tear each other down. You know what I mean? So, well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Fuck them. It is what it is. And then to clear the air on this too, you got. I said something in the interview. Everybody posted up. I was like, every top dog got to be an underdog, right? Check this. This situation. This is for a vacant title. This is a vacant title. And then you got a situation. I was offered a situation for a vacant title for $1 million. He was offered a situation for Undisputed and $8 million. So, come on now. That's two. Man, I would have jumped on that Undisputed. I would have jumped on it. It wouldn't have been nothing. We banging out. It's up. You know, I would have jumped on that opportunity. That's the type of opportunity that I was talking about, while everybody was trying to run it back when I was talking about every top dog. This man ain't even no top dog. You feel me? And I believe that what Devin Haney did, he went out there He went over there, fought Cambosos, and he took those belts. He took everything that was in the contract that he had to do, beat him, went back out there. You know, he deserves to call the shots how he calling the shots, you know, because he got all the belts. You know?
Right.
Come on, they got him trying to call all the shots. He ain't even got a belt.
Was there any truth to the rumor that your team decided that it was the agreement was made and then without your knowledge, or did you participate? Were you fully in participation with the number game?
Honestly, I really wasn't in participation with the number game.
Okay. So when did you get on? But when did you find out? You found out after the agreement had been made.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.